The Sim World Racing Network presents the All-American Racing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sim World Racing Network. My name is Nathan Christensen, joining you live from the Kansas Speedway, just outside of Kansas City, Kansas. Tonight, round number 12 of the 2024 All-American Racing League Cup Series presents to you the Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Designs. Thanks for joining us here Tuesday, April 16th on the air for race number 12. Sorry about getting on a little behind schedule, but we're here now. That's the most important part, and qualifying is already on track. So a few cars already to time in tonight so far. Looks like Riley Hootson is number 91. Currently sits on top of the pylon at 37.63. Behind him, four-time winner on the year, Larry Stubblefield in a 37.71. Third right now is Greg Barnett. Fourth is Travis Rodriguez. Fifth, Cam Harris. As the cars continue to make their way around the track here, we'll jump on board and see if we can catch the tail end. A lap number 2 for Cam Harris as he heads down the back straightaway, looking to better his current 5th place starting position. Through turn 3 and 4, this time out of turn number 4, down across the line, down through the triangle. Cam stop the clock the second time around, jumps to second quick with a 37.68, so 0.005 off the pole that time for Cam Harris. Another driver completing his second lap is the 54 of Curtis Sabaron. Out of turn number 4 through the tri-oval, stops the clock. Cannot improve his time, and he's currently 9th. Working on his second lap tonight, new paint job for the number 8 Dave Lurfano machine, driving the Target sponsored Camry. Heads out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. We'll see him drive off into turns 3 and 4. Using the high loon all the way through turn 3 and 4. See him come off of turn 4. He'll drive it down through the bottom of the tri-oval. He'll stop the clock on his second lap. He too unable to go any quicker. Oh, Slayer, he jumps up to 4th spot. Dave Lurfano up to 4th. But as I say that, Dave Hara completes his second lap. He will put in 30.967, pushing Dave Lurfano back to 5th, Hara to 4th. So it looks like everyone so far, all but 2 cars have taken time. There is the shiny chrome SimWorld Racing Network number 15 machine of Dave Hara.
Yeah, I took it conservative in 3 and 4 because I didn't want to get tight.
With the 5-minute clock expiring on qualifying, we have set the starting lineup for tonight's event. We will be right back in a second with the starting lineup for tonight's 240-mile event. As the rest of the drivers get themselves situated in their cars on pit road, we should get ready and get set here shortly as we look forward to 240 miles from Kansas Speedway. On the front row tonight, number 91, Riley Hoots will go from the pole. Outside him, Cam Harris. Third spot, Larry Stubblefield and David Hara. Row 3 on the inside, Dave Lafano. Outside him, Greg Barnett. Travis Rodriguez will go from the inside of row 4. James Nelson in his 75 will go from the outside of that row. Inside row number 5, Michael Boone. Outside him, Chad Snyder in his number 26. In row number 6 tonight, Tyrone Yo in his number 2. Outside him, Curtis Sabaran in the 54. Michael Kurd Ziolik in the 41. Larry Garnes in the number 20 will make up row number 7. Gregory Robinson and Alan Bledsoe will go off in row number 8. Kelly Thomas and Tommy Osborne will start in row number 9. And the 19th starter tonight going off shotgun on the field is the number 69 machine of Johnny May. Unfortunately, looks like he has not been able to make the start tonight, so we will see if he joins us later on. But as the pace truck jumps down to the inside, the cars roll through the restart zone. Green is out, and we are racing from Kansas. Down into turn 1, Riley Hoots leads the way. He's in the bottom on the start. He's trying to pull Stubblefield there, past Cam Harris in the 27. Not quite clear yet. Ooh, Cam gets the wobble off of turn 4 up into the wall. He's able to continue on, but he's going to lose the 3rd spot now to the 8 of Lafano, and the 15 of Harris looks to drive below him. Also through turns 3 and 4, the battle on for 4th, 5th, and 6th right there in front of you. But now the battle as Cam gets his momentum back up there, almost 3 wide across the line that side. Back their way through turn 1 and 2, all over the track. Bunch of different lines being used by the entire field. This time it's Riley who's still up there. Looks like the 75 might have got a piece of the ball. And no foul that time as they drive off into turn number 3. There's the battle on track currently for the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. The 8, the 15, and the 27 battling it out with Greg Barnett in the 38, the 75 Auto Serve Ford, and the 79 Toyota of Travis Rodriguez not far behind them. They seem to have got it straightened out and single file now as they work through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Still battling out for 5th, 6th, and 7th as Cam Harris continues to work on the back door of the 8 of Dave Lafano. But right behind him is the 15 of Dave Hara. Jump on board the roof cam of Dave Harris. He goes through the trioval this time. Looks to make a move on the inside of the number 27 down into turn number 1. Able to use a good drive on the bottom. He's able to get that done through turns 1 and 2. He'll clear him and slide up in front of him off of turn number 2 and down the back straighter in 5th place car, 4th place driver Dave Hara. Barnett looking to make the same move at the under end of the track. He looks underneath Cam Harris there through turns 3 and 4. Able to get it done? Not quite yet. He'll fall in behind as both those guys look to get the shortest run through the trioval. Not as short as the 75, but looking to make it a lesser distance traveled the closer you are to the white line. Down through 1 and 2 again. Battles now developing between the 38, the 79, and the 75 for 6th, 7th, and 8th. This time out of turn number 2. Ooh, side-by-side racing, quite battle between the 79 and the 75. These guys work their way off of turn number 3. Back down through the trioval, there you see a great shot into the office of the 75 of James Nelson. Down through turn number 1 they go, still battling it out. Number 6 of 160, 240 miles. And Ray Owens, 240, presented by Blue Force Design. Battle now developing as the 27 was able to get 2 spots back, and that now puts the 38 right on the back bumper of the 15. Here's a great look back from the 15 spoiler to the 2 cars battling side by side off of, I believe, turn number 2. As they work their way down the back straightaway, trying to sort that out. drive into turn 2. There you see Chad Snyder and his Rebel Graphics number 26 working that low stream load line through 3 and 4. Lots of different grooves working here in this one. As you see the field 75 there again, jump down right to the inside of the front straightaway to cut that dog leg off as much as he can. Watch these battles develop further back in the pack. Continues to be Riley Hoots in the number 91 target machine, leading the way as now Larry Stubblefield is under attack from the 27 of Cam Harris. Oh, Harris into the outside wall, that time off of turn number 4. Slows him down, but not enough for the 82 to get a run back around him as now new second place driver, the 27 of Cam Harris. Draws right up on the back bumper, does the 27 there as we follow onto the roof cam. The Oreo machine, Camaro through 3 and 4, chasing down the target. Camaro, the 91 of Riley Hoots led every lap so far as we complete lap number 9 of the 160 distance. We work ourselves back down into turn number 1 and 2. We'll take a look back from the leaders, back into the pack. There you see Cam Harris in the 27. There's Stubblefield in the 82, and Dave Lafano running his target number 8 machine back there, running in 4th. To be the 91, but he is right under attack again from the 27, this time into turn 3 and 4. Great entry for the 27, loses a bit of ground off the turn exit, but he continues to battle right there with that car. Through 1 and 2, a great run for the 27, again on corner entry, not able to make up the distance he needs. Now the 91 opens it back up a little bit as they head down through turns 3 and 4. Take a look further back in the pack, it's still Dave Lafano, but now the 15 Dave Hara being challenged by the Auto Surf, 75 on the outside, Dave in the 15 on the inside, and then there right behind them, looking to pounce is the Rebel Graphics, 26 strong, 3rd place showing in the truck race on Sunday Night 4. Chad Snyder in his Toyota. He continues to follow the way behind the tracks of the 15 as we work lap number 14. Quickly touch on the stages here tonight. The stages will be at the completion of lap number 48 and 99. So 2 stages, green-white checkered, will be displayed at the completion of lap 48 and the completion of lap 199, with the final checker flag falling at the completion of lap 160. But these guys continue to battle it out here. It looks for now as the 55 looks to close the gap and make a move to the outside of Dave Lafano down the back straight. Not able to get side by side quite yet. Maybe he has it now. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, almost gets side by side, pretty close there as they work their way through turn 3. 2 distinct lines being used there, obviously. 75 running up on the high rail, and the 8 keeping right tight low around the bottom on the right line. Now the 75 able to pull even as they get to the quarter, halfway mark of the front straightaway, but 75 loses a bit on entry, but gains it back on exit. That momentum around the top definitely able to help that 75 down the back straightaway. She's now able to slip up in front of the Lafano 8. So work their way through turns 3 and 4, back out of turn 4 and across the line. Battle for the lead. Looks like we got a battle for Larry Stubblefield and Riley Hoots now going side by side into turn number 1. So work their way through 1 and 2. Larry on the bottom, Riley up top. Riley's got a great run off the turn 2, and the number 91 able to use that momentum to get back in front of the 82, sorry, as they work back down into turns 3 and 4 this time. Side by side through 3 and 4, Riley Hoots continues to lead the way as they work off of the corner and down the front straightaway. Clock off another one. 17 complete. Caution is on the track. We have a yellow. Looks like a few cars involved. Let's see if we can get a replay. Looks like the 15, the 38, the 26, and possibly the 3 all involved. We got a replay here. Quick look at this one. Ooh, looks like the 26 just got up into the back of the 15 and then got up into him again and up into the fence for the 15. Big time blown engine on that one. And he gets back up into the 3. We'll take a view here from the 38 also involved in this one. Just not leaving enough space in between the 2 cars early in the race, and then the 38 has nowhere to go as the 15 rockets back up across the track into the way. And one more angle of this, the 26 and the 15 just get together. 15 gets a bump from the 38, back down into the 26, and up across the track they go. And the result is 3 cars with, unfortunately, mechanical black flags on their cars after that accident. So obviously not the ideal way any of those guys wanted to start the race here. Only 18 laps into this one. First caution of the night has been displayed for an accident featuring the 15, the 38, the 26, and the 3 of Gregory Robinson. And with that, pit road is open this time by, and we'll see all the cars, looks like, head down pit road. Whole field will come down the pit road to see if anyone takes tires or if it'll be a fuel-only pit stop this time. As you can see, the leaders pull into their pit box at the far right-hand side of your screen. Looks like a couple cars might be getting tires. Looks like the 27 got some tires, but definitely the first 2 off pit road. Riley Hoots and Larry Stubblefield. Travis Rodriguez look to be fuel only stops for those 3, and then looks like everyone else potentially took some tires. Maybe the 41 of Michael Kurdzielek elected to take 2 tires, and then the 26 of Snyder able to stay up there in 8th, and then Tyrone Yo also might have taken fuel only at this early point in the run. But up front, the race off pit road was won by the number 91 of Riley Hoots. He will continue to be the leader, but he will have a new car on his outside. On this restart, as the 82 Larry Stubblefield will go from the front row. And in the second row on the restart, we're looking at the 79 Toyota machine of Travis Rodriguez and the 27 Camaro Oreo machine of Cam Harris. So the field comes back around, and we'll cross the start-finish line. Should get the white flag. Yes, the pace car lights go out. That means next time by out of turn 4. Keep an eye on the leader. He will be the first car to fire in the Geico restart zone, and then it's free for all as long as you don't change lanes before you cross the start-finish line down into turn number 1. So we'll stack the field here. Hoots and Stubblefield, Rodriguez and Harris, Dave Lafano and James Nelson, Chad Snyder, Tyrone Hill, Michael Brunel and Bledsoe, Kelly Thomas, Curtis Sabaran, Larry Garns, Greg Robinson, Tommy Osborne, and Michael Kurdzielek. Greg Barnett and Dave Hara both still on pit road after their involvement in the opening incident on lap number 18. Field rolls into row number 3. This time out of turn number 4, they'll be looking to the restart zone, and pace setter will be the 91. So we'll see them roll through the Geico restart zone, pick up the pace. Green flag is out, and we are back racing from Kansas. The Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design. As they head off down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll work their way, cleared. Larry is the 91 of Riley Hoots able to clear Larry Stubblefield on the exit of turn 2. Larry will slot right in behind him as they work down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4. Three wide somewhere. Back positions back in the trap, back in the field. It looks like Cam Harris under attack by the 8 and the 79 on the inside and the outside as they go out into turn number 1. Rafano using that top group. Harris in the middle. 79 of Rodriguez on the bottom. Still 3 wide. Oh no, Larry. Little contact. Can he hold on to it? Oh no, we got trouble. Oh, Michael Boone nowhere to go there. Collects the 27 there at the end of that one. That was just a 3 wide that almost worked, but Lafano looks like he got a little loose off of turn number 2. Got down into the side of the 27, and then it was just kind of a bit of a hold on, and then he just stepped out on him as he slid down the track. Michael Boone couldn't get to the left quick enough. Made heavy contact with the back of that number 27, resulting in the mechanical flag for the 27 as well as for the Boone number 5. So we'll take another look here from a different camera angle. Again, just a little contact from top to bottom, then starts the death wobble in these cars, and then right there on the right side of your screen you can see Boone and the 27 get together. So 2 quick cautions in succession on the restart. We have, like I said, it was the 8 and the 27 got together off of corner exit, and that just kind of got the 27 to a bit of a speed wobble. Just wasn't able to regain control. He then hit the 79, and that's just wasn't able to get it back under control, and he definitely had some contact with a few other cars after that, but the worst of that, he definitely got the worst of that between him and the Boone number 5, both resulting in the meatball flag for both of those cars. So both will have to come down to pit road and either use their fast repairs here on lap number 24 or see how long the required damage repair is for those cars. So not ideal either way for those cars, but hopefully both able to continue with us here, as it is only lap number 25 of 160. So we got a quick little break in the action while we take a look at the point standings coming into race number 12. As we will pull them up on the screen there they are, the points coming into tonight's Ray Owens 240, presented by Blues Race Design here at the Kansas Speedway. 4-time winner on the year, Larry Stubblefield leads the way with 518 points over Mike Kurdzielek in his number 41. No wins yet for him, still looking to crack victory circle. Third in points with 2 wins on the year. Unfortunately, not making it out tonight using another provisional is Brandon Mathayev in the 99. Dave Hara holding on to his 4th place position after a subpar performance last week for him, and another early incident here tonight has him almost 6 laps down to the field approximately at this point. Alan Bledsoe in the number 42 is 5th. We skipped over Dave Lafano. He won both early races, first 2 races of the year. He's in 5th. Alan Bledsoe, James Nelson, Kenneth Pack, Travis Rodriguez with a win on the season. Greg Barnett round out the top 10 here as we work the restart, as the cars file their way down the back straightaway there. Again, Riley Hoots will be the car in command of the restart this time. Again, for the second time here in as many restarts. We'll look to go green on lap number 26. In our second caution of the race, but that is quickly coming to a close as these cars will slow and follow the pace truck. He should be heading off to the infield. There he goes that time, as these cars will roll into the Geico restart zone. We will keep an eye on the leader, and green is back out, and we are racing again here at Kansas. Underway. Riley Hoots Hoots gets an early jump on the inside line, looking to see if he can bring LaFarno through with them. No dice quite yet. Riley Hoots leads them out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Side by side for second is the 8 and the 82. Into turn number 3. He will have the advantage. Looks like it might be LaFarno and his number 8 using that bottom line. He's trying to go 2 for 1 this time though, as he looks now under the inside of the number 91. Can he get this lap led across the start-finish line? Looks like Dave LaFarno will lead lap number 27 as we work our way back into turn number 1. Continue to be a 2-car battle up front, side by side off of corner number 2. Is he able to clear him? Not quite yet. This time down the back straightaway, they run door to door into turn 3 and 4. The 2 target machines, one Camaro and one Camry, as they work their way through 3 and 4 there. Now LaFarno's able to clear him and drive it away up front. He's going to lead his second consecutive lap as they cross the line to complete lap number 28. But don't count Riley Hoots out of this one yet. He's right back on the back door of that number 8 car. Right on board to LaFarno's 8, looking back at the field behind him. There's the 75 AutoServe Ford Mustang of James Nelson working on the inside as he gets a good run down to the bottom of turn 3 and 4. He's able to make easy work of the Riley Hoots number 91 as they work their way back off of turn number 4 down and across the line. Now Bledsoe up into 30s. He's able to get a run around Riley Hoots. I think this might be, even though we only ran about 20, when the first caution came out, about lap 18, a bunch of these guys here took tires, and I think it's starting to show because definitely the first 3 I know did not take tires based on their time of pit. That was the 82, the 91, and the 79, all going the wrong way in a fresh tire train, that's for sure. As Larry Stubblefield, don't see him going backwards often. Oh, Rodriguez up into the wall a little bit. He continues on as he's also going the wrong way as he is now down running in the 13th spot after starting in 3rd. Back up front though, Dave LaFarno in his number 8 Target Camry leads the way over the 75 AutoServe machine of James Nelson. Alan Bledsoe now up to 3rd in his number 42, and behind him Phoenix winner Kelly Thomas in the Haviland, Texaco Haviland number 28. There we got some 3-wide racing off of turn 4 as Chad Snyder looks to make a move up into the top 5, and he is now running in 5th in front of the 38 of Barnett, the 54 of Sauberin, and then Riley Hoots and Cam Harris. Harris also able to make that move under Riley Hoots, so now Hoots is back to 9th after starting this restart. About 3 or 4 laps to go on the pole, but on the man on the move on the front now, to the front now is the 27 of Cam Harris. So he works his way on the underside of 54, able to get up by him, but not past him as he drops back now in behind him as we get into turn number 1 and 2. There you can see up front though, it continues to be James Nelson now the leader over the number 8 of Dave LaFarno down the back straightaway, working lap number 33 of 160 from Kansas City Speedway. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design. Race number 12 of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. I am the voice of the AARL Cup Series. My name is Nathan Christensen. Glad you could join us on a Tuesday evening. Some great weather outside where I am up here in southern Ontario, Canada. Hope the weather's nice down where you are also. But we continue here as we work lap number 34. Keep our eyes on the top of the scoring pylon as James Nelson continues to flex his muscle and lead the way in that AutoServe 75. A little further back, we've got some good 3, 4, 5 car battles here going on for about anywhere from 3rd to 7th right there. Throw a blanket over the 9th, they would say, as they work their way down into turn number 1. A lot of good racing through the middle part of the pack as they work their way off of turn number 4, but still up front. James Nelson leads LaFarno, Bledsoe, Snyder, Sauberin, and Harris now back up into 6th after a lengthy pit stop there on that last caution. All the drivers you see scrolling across the top of your screen with the red name, with their name highlighted, are currently locked into the playoffs based off of prior season victory. We've had six different drivers grace us in victory lane this year. Larry Stubblefield leads the way with 4. Dave Lafano and Brian Mathia both with 2 each. And then Kelly Thomas, Kyle Purcell, and Travis Rodriguez each have 1 respective win, which has locked them into a playoff spot here early in the going. As we continue to work. Number 47 from Kansas up front. It's still James Nelson, but the battle is on here for 4th, 5th, and 6th between the 26, 54, and 27. This time 3 wide through the tri-oval. That time across the line. Are they going to go 4 wide? Not. Ooh, almost as Michael. Oh, the 41 gets up into the 26 after trying to make it 4 wide on corner entry. Not really a good line to be using. Definitely going to cause ruffle a few feathers trying to make it 4 wide going into the corner for sure. But up front, the lead is about 0.2 of a second. Quarter of a second is the distance from first to second. And then about 0.4 of a second back to second to third as they work their way through the travel back down into corner 1. You see right there, 3 distinct grooves being used by the top 3 that time through turns 1, 3, and 4. 75 was right up to the top. The 8 was using a middle line, and the 42 right down at the bottom. This time again through turns 1 and 2 this time. See there again, a couple different lines being used. As they work their way off of turn number 2. Battle for second is on as Lafano gets passed by the 42 that time out of turn number 2. Definitely that top line has some speed and momentum, as you can see there, working their way. On the outside was Bledsoe, was able to clear the 8 as they work down the back straightaway. See the distance between the top 5 on the right hand side of your screen at the bottom. The battle for first is on though, with James Nelson under attack from Alan Bledsoe, not quite able to make a move yet, but right there behind him. There's a great view of the different lines being used by at least the top 2. Will jump back and ride on board the Lafano number 8. See how it shapes up as they work through turns 3 and 4. So he'll go back to the top. Not as high as the 75, but right up there. About a groove and a half off the wall. Walk back through the travel, right down to the grass. Take a look out of the rear of that machine as they work there. As the distance back to Cam Harris, who's made up a ton of ground after starting deep in the field on that last restart after a slower than normal pit stop. But up front, it still continues to be James Nelson leading the way. Battle out of turn 2 this time. The 42 looks to the inside of the 75 down the back straightaway. Can he make it stick on the inside of turn 3 and 4? Pulls even this time through the halfway point of the corner. But will the momentum of the 75 be able to keep that top car, his top line wound up and get the lead? But no, looks like Bledsoe's going to lead at the line. But don't count out the 75 yet. He rolls around back around the outside, but the 42 with the bottom, the shorter, quicker way around, but the 75 is not giving up, that's for sure. That time off of turn number 2. Battle right back into your living room through 3, down the back straightaway, and back into turn number 3. All this battling up front, allowed the ability for the 8 car to reel these two back in and be a third car in the wheel here as they work their way all through the high side of turn 1 and 2. The battle is still going on, strong and steady, off of turn number 4. As we are racing towards the end of the first stage here, about 2 more laps before we get to that point. 47 laps will be complete this time across the line, with the stage coming at the completion of lap number 48. So start of 48. Next time by, the caution should be displayed to the 5th place car, which will signify the end of stage number 1. Looking to capitalize on stage points will be the 75 as he leads the way, but the battle is for second right now. See if Dave Lafano can make a move here on the last lap of the stage to get another additional playoff point, still away from the 42. But so far it's going to be James Nelson out of turn number 4, down across the line. He should come across, and momentarily we should see that checkered and green and white checker flag be displayed, and there it is as the end of stage number 1. Right there, James Nelson will take home 10 points towards his season total and 1 playoff point when we get there. Bledsoe, Lafano, Harris, Barnett, Sabaran, Kurdzolek, Greg Robinson, Mike Boone, and Kelly Thomas all able to score at least 1 point towards the regular season standings for those guys. So great first stage, lots of good side-by-side battling here for the lead and all through the field. Once things got settled down, these guys were able to click off some laps and made short work of the first 50 or so laps of this one. But this should see all these cars back down on pit lane, and I think one thing that we've definitely learned for sure is that I don't think taking no tires is the answer, because the first 3 cars that started 1, 2, and 3 on the last restart ended the stage 14th, 15th, and 16th. So not what they wanted. Obviously, new tires make a big difference, but now they do have the tire advantage as we work towards the end of this one. Definitely a lot of benefit to taking those tires here. As you can see, these cars head on down pit road. Looks like Greg Robinson is staying out. Greg Robinson looks like he will be staying on track. Everyone else headed down pit lane this time. Bledsoe, his box hit his box first, but here we go as everyone files into their pit stalls. It looks like Dave Lafano overshot it a little bit, had to back up, but he's able to get the car repositioned, and the crew goes to work. Here comes Bledsoe on the outside. Can he beat the 75 off of pit lane? It's going to be close, but looks like, the 42 might have got him there on pit exit. So it looks like Lafano's going to lose a couple positions, unfortunately. And Riley Hoots now acting his way off of pit road. So we'll let the cars sort out and file in behind the iRacing pace car and new race leader in the number 3 Camaro. Greg Robinson will lead us back to green after not stopping on that caution. I don't know if he missed pit road or it's all part of the bigger plan. We'll find out here in a couple seconds as we roll back by the entrance of pit lane. Will he duck down on pit road, or will we see him be the control car on the next restart? Really knows that number's on the right side of his car backwards. We'll see at the end of the race if he does. Either way, they work their way through turns 3 and 4. We'll see the field double up this time down the back straightaway as the lights on the pace truck are off. That means one thing. Green flag next time out of turn number 4 with the control car being the 3 of Robinson. Bledsoe to his outside, then James Nelson will go from the inside of row number 2. Outside him, Can Harris, Dave Lurfano, Michael Boone up to the 6th spot in his number 5 Dallas Stars machine. Larry Garnes, Larry Stubblefield, and that row there, Kelly Thomas and Chad Snyder. Riley Hoots and Tommy Osborne will make up the 6th row, but back up front, Greg Robinson is the pace setter as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck will roll to the safety of the Kansas Speedway infield as the leader will roll his way into the Geico restart zone. He'll get on the gas and green flag is back out and we are racing. We're on lap number 53 from Kansas. So everybody back on fresh tires. It's going to really shake up things here as we'll see who will be the fast car now with everyone back on equal tires except for the 3 obviously not coming down pit road. Under that caution, he's already back to 4th place this time off of turn number 4, just 1 lap. Already lost 3 spots, but Alan Bledsoe now will jump to the top of the scoring pylon. He'll lead lap number 53 as we are working down at turn number 1. But James Nelson now will flex his muscle in this Ford-powered auto-serve Mustang down through 1 and 2 off the bottom, not able to clear him. He'll still run side by side now as he'll slip them behind them though as they work their way into turn 1 and 2. Now he's under attack by the 27 of Cam Harris. They make a little contact. Disaster averted. A little side-by-side contact, but everyone's able to continue. Cam Harris will definitely lose some speed. He's going to get swallowed up by the 82 of Stubblefield and the 8 of Lurfano. And on a mission now, the 82 with a fresh set of Goodyear rubber on there, aiming to get back to the top of the heap here as he worked down the back straightaway. Larry Stubblefield now chasing down the 27 of Harris. Dave Lurfano led a good majority of stage number 1 there. He's now working in that 5th spot, this time off of 4. Behind him, Chad Snyder in the Rebellion Graphics 26, followed by the Dallas Stars machine, and driven by Michael Boone, and the Haviland 28 of Kelly Thomas. Back up front, though, continues to be the 42 of Alan Bledsoe over the 75 of Nelson, Harrison the 27, and Larry Stubblefield in the 82. But the Nelson machine back the inside of the 42 off of turn number 4, not able to quite make it, get the move done. Now drops right down to the bottom of the grass as he works through the trial. Harris there had to get out of it a little bit as he was the 25 lost a bit of momentum, drifting up across his nose, able to avoid any catastrophe, too bad of an incident, so they worked their way back down through turns 3 and 4. So they continue to work their way through turns 1 and through down the back straightaway. There you can see the top 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars all file into the shot as they work their way into turn number 3. On the weak turn, backward picking up the field. Got a battle for first, second, and third. That time off of turn 4. Harris looking to make the bottom line work. They're able to battle it out in the top 2 lines. Not able to get anyone past Harris. Not able to get past anyone that time. But here comes the 75. Now able to potentially slide up in front of him on corner exit. Gets it done by the 42. Cuts it back. Uses the top side momentum. Carry himself down into turn number 3 and 4. He'll go to the bottom of the 75. He'll go to the top. We'll see if he's able to keep that car wound up around the top to shut the door. Not quite. The 42 drifts up in front of the 75. Some great racing up front as it crosses the line to complete lap number 60, sorry. Approximately 100 laps to go as we work through the early stages of this one still. As now back to the front. Ooh, got up too high. The 75 up into the outside wall, that time off of turn 2. Let's open the door for the 82, the 27, and the 42 to all get by him. But now another battle for the lead sees the 27 on the bottom, and the 75 making a charge back around the top of the 82. Lots of great racing out there, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for joining us on the Sim World Racing Network. You're watching the All-American Racing League Cup Series, race number 12 from Kansas Speedway. The Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design, one of our great sponsors on a weekly basis. Unfortunate to hear of the passing of Ray Owens this couple weeks, and this one goes out to him. I'm sure he's joining in and watching in with us all tonight as we have a great battle from Kansas here. Still got about 100 laps to go, so tighten those belts and make sure that wheel's tight on there too, because we got a long way to go to get to the end of this one. Just third and fourth is definitely on hot and heavy this time off of turn number 2. 75 of Nelson, the 82 of Stubblefield. Then you have the 27 of Harris battling the 42 of Bledsoe. All up front. A little further back, you got Michael Boone trying to get by the 8 of Lerfano down through the trioval this time. There's the 41 of Kurds and the 54 of Sabaran. Monster Energy cars, one Ford, one Toyota battling side by side for utter supremacy in the energy drink game. Keep our eye on the pack here in the middle of the pack. Second, third, and fourth as we battle it at 1 and 2 still. Working our way to the completion of stage number 2, which happens to be at the end of lap number 99. Oh, 75 up into the wall a little bit again there on the halfway point of the corner that time. Again, able to keep it pointed in the right direction, but definitely scraping off some speed every time he gets up into the right side of the wall. Back on the pack there, you see the 26 of Snyder, the 54 of Sabran for Buick in this 41 Monster Machine, and then behind Chad you got Riley Hoots, who hasn't essentially been able to make up the ground he lost by not taking tires on that early race caution. Put him back to about 15th there on that restart to the stage, and he's only up to about 10th. So pit strategy has not played out the way that Riley wants it to so far in this one, but he's still out there plugging away. Let's see if he can make some ground up here as we click off the laps of stage number 2. A little further back, you got Greg Barnett in the 38, and then Travis Rodriguez, another one of those cars that did not take tires on that first stop, has him marred back in traffic deep in the field here, running 13th at this point. Looks like we got some pit stops underway though, as Dave Lafano and Chad Snyder both hit pit road for their pit stop here in middle of stage number 2. That has us with the leader though, Alan Bledsoe continues to lead. Just keep an eye on the bottom of your screen. You can see all the cars that hit pit road and the length they're on pit road and the length of their pit stop while on pit road. So there you see Chad Snyder, a 6.8 second pit stop, and then he took fuel only. And Dave Lafano, a 7.6 second pit stop for him. Fuel potentially outside tires only. Curtis Sabaran on pit road now. Battle still on at the top of the board between the 42, 27, 82. Looks like the 75 has dropped back a little bit. So I don't know if he's just used up his tires a little early and aggressively, but he has fallen back about 2.5 seconds off the leader at this point, but he's still holding on to fourth. So as we start to see the second pit stop start happening, we'll keep an eye on who's pitted and how long each car stays out for. Obviously, cars not taking tires here. Who has made the early pit stop for this one? Snyder, Lafrano, Sabran have all pitted without tires for them so far in this stage 2. Bledsoe continues to lead, opening up a bit of a lead now over Cam Harris, about 0.4 of a second to second and 0.7 back to third. Then the gap opens to 2.3 seconds to fourth, and all the way back up to 4 seconds to the fifth place runner, Michael Kurzielek. Another car on pit road. Looks like Greg Barnett will bring his number 38 down to the junction of pit crew, this time off of turn number 4. Well past the halfway point of stage number 2, Fields continues to make pit stops as the fuel window opens up. Obviously unable to make it to the full distance of approximately 50 laps, I think. About 50 laps is the difference in the stages. So after the caution laps that happened before green, you're probably looking at about 47, 46 laps of green flag racing. So not able to make all that distance with one fuel run. So they'll have to split it however they think will work best for them. And we'll see what the mini winning strategy is as Tyrone Yo completes his pit stop and he's back on track. Car's starting to get spread out all the way around this 1.5 mile high banked tri-oval here in Kansas City, Kansas, as the cars work on lap number 75. So we click ever so closely to the halfway point here in the Ray Owens 240, presented by Blues Race Design, 160 laps of the total distance on track, barring any overtime finishes. Potential for 3 of them here this afternoon, but the way these guys are going, they're looking pretty strong right now to potentially have very few cautions between now and the end of the race. We've only had 3 cautions up till now, one for the completion of stage number 1. See on the bottom of your screen, 2 more cars have hit pit road. James Nelson, Mike Kurzielek, and Larry Garnes all on pit road, completing their service here in the middle. 42 of Bledsoe up into the wall, that time off of turn 4. That's going to slow him down and give a little bit of a run here to the 82, see if he's able to capitalize. As I say that, Cam Harris jumps down onto pit road. He will be looking to complete his spot stop. Same with the 91 of Riley Hoots on pit road. So up front, it continues to be Bledsoe and Stubblefield leading the way. Now, Larry Stubblefield looks to flex his muscle to the bottom of turns 3 and 4 off of the corner. Is he going to be able to make the pass? He is not, because he drops down to pit road. So Larry Stubblefield now will join the rest of the cars that have pitted on pit road, and he will complete his pit stop. But Alan Bledsoe continues to lead the way. Has not pit yet. Behind him, Travis Rodriguez, Kelly Thomas, Michael Boone, Tommy Osborne, all out on track still, yet to pit here in stage number 2. Few guys took tires under that pit stop. James Nelson, Riley Hoots all took pit stops. As I say that, the 42 of Alan Bledsoe heads down pit road, and he will come to the attention of his pit crew. Top up that fuel tank, potentially take some new tires, but that turns the lead over to the 79 of Travis Rodriguez, winner earlier this year from the High Bank Talladega Super Speedway, picking up his first ever AARL Cup Series win after numerous years of trying. Big win for him, and a very, very popular win amongst the drivers in the field. Obviously, Travis is one of our regulars with the All-American Racing League, week in and week out trucks or Cup, and he's finally able to get both monkeys off his back in a matter of a couple weeks, really. Won the truck race at Coda earlier this year, and then backed that up with a big win at Talladega in the Cup Series race. So he continues to lead the way here on lap number 80, as we have, we'll reach the halfway point, this time out of turn number 4 for that number 79 Toyota. Take a look here at Travis working the wheel on the inside of that number 79 as he works his way. Looks like, oh, he is going to spin out on his way to pit road. Travis Rodriguez headed the wrong way down pit road, causing total chaos for the 28. How did the 28 not hit him? That was something we're going to have to take a look at, because that was spectacular here. Let's take another look at Travis's pit road entry. Just too much speed coming down here. Loses it, spins it out, backs it in front of the 28, hard on the brakes. Everyone's able to continue. Wow, that is just tough luck, though. It looks like Kelly Thomas got a black flag. Not exactly sure why. Maybe speeding in the pits is the penalty, or is the culprit, but not exactly sure. But back out on track, Tommy Osborne is now at the top of the scoring pylon, as he will be the last car to pit. Has not pitted yet, as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Osborne continues to lead here on completing lap number 82, working lap 83 this time across the line. All these cars you see around them are just unlapping themselves and getting them back on the tail end of the lead lap. Snyder, Stubblefield, Bledsoe all have done so. Lafano should be the next car to unlap himself behind the one car. As they work down the back straightaway, there you can see the cars working themselves around the leader currently. Number 1, Tommy Osborne. Lafano up into the wall, brushing a little speed off. They're able to keep going. So let's take a look here at the pit strategy there on the right hand side of the screen. Tommy Osborne's been 33 laps since he was last down pit lane. Bledsoe, Stubblefield all came down already. We're on lap 78, 77. Snyder, Lafano definitely pitted earlier than them. 67. Nelson and Kurtz on 75. Hoots on 76. Robinson, who did not pit at the completion of the first stage, he came down early at 62, and that's how the pit stop strategy, or the pit stop strategy has played out so far. Tommy Osborne leading the way. Currently in his number 1, like I said. 34 laps since he was last down pit road, so obviously the tank is going to be getting dry. As I say that, see him pull to the low side and head on down pit road. So the last car to complete the cycle on pit road as Tommy Osborne heads to his extension of his pit crew. So that means up front, Larry Stubblefield should be the new race leader once they get back around to the front straightaway, able to complete this lap. Across the line, Stubblefield will then be the new race leader after the one of Osborne completes his pit stop. It's Stubblefield, Bledsoe, Nelson, Snyder, Lafano. Hoots now back up to 6th. Kurdzielek, Osborne, Robinson, Barnett, Soberan, Tyrone, Michael Boone, Travis Rodriguez is the last car on the lead lap. Second last car on the lead lap. Then Larry Garnes. Cam Harris obviously had some issues there on pit road, as he is currently showing 1 lap down. Kelly Thomas also had his issues on pit road and running 1 to 2 laps off of the leader at this point. See on the left hand side of your screen the differences between first and all positions on track. Johnny May unable to take the start after practicing with us tonight, and Dave Hara wrecked out early, unfortunately ended his night early in that number 15 Sim World Racing Network machine. And then you see Thomas and Harris both down 1 lap at this point as we work lap number 88, about 10 laps to go for the completion of stage number 2. See if we can see what the gap. There's the gap back to second and third as the battle is on between Nelson and Bledsoe, this time into turn number 3. So looks like Bledsoe only took potentially fuel only or half set of tires on that last pit stop, as his pit stop was only 8.83 seconds, which propelled him up into the lead. But now with these other cars taking tires on their pit stops, that makes Stubblefield, Nelson, and Hoots all able now to get by the 42 on fresh tires as we work towards completion of lap 91 and the end of stage number 2 coming up in about 7 laps. Up front, though, Larry Stubblefield continues to lead the way as they work down through the tri-oval, across the start-finish line, click off lap number 91 into turn 1 and 2. We look back off the back of the 82. There's the 75 way back, almost in a different area code. 4 seconds off the lead is that number 75. Take a look from his car up to the leader. There he is, way off that little speck there. Not a speck of dirt on the window. That is the leader crossing the start-finish line right about now as the second place car just joins us through the tri-oval. And we'll jump on back to the 91 Riley Heat. The difference between himself and the 75. Everyone seems to be looking the top groove here in the later part of stage number 2. 4th place, Alan Bledsoe led early here after the pit stop cycle, but now has got back to 4th. And then the target machine, Dave Lafano, 11 seconds off the lead. He also did not take any tires by the looks of it based on time of pit stop. And then Chad Snyder in the Rebellion Graphics 26 right there with the 8 car as they cross the start finish line. Then the first of the Monster Energy cars, Michael Kurdzielek in the 41 as he looks to get passed by Boone. Michael Boone there on the inside. Alvin Michaels off of turn number 2. Looks like the top momentum. Ooh, as I say that, he gets up into the fence. That opens the door for the 5, and they actually scooch on by. There is the 5 of Michael Boone. Again, Michael Boone took tires on that pit stop, green flag pit stop, where the 41 appears to not have taken tires. So that's could be the difference right there in speed, as you see. Boone made some easy work of the 41. Closest battle on track though right now is the battle between the 26 and the 8 off of turn number 2. See if Chad Snyder has anything for the final here over the last 3-4 laps of this one as they work their way back down the back straightaway. Or sorry, through the tri-oval, I apologize. Right, see them, the 8 and the 26. We'll jump up front here to see how Larry's making out as he is entering turn number 3 and continuing to drive away from that 75 person lead up to 4.7 seconds as they work their way off of turn number 3 down across the line. Lap number 96 completed. So right now Cam Harris in the position to be the lucky dog if all plays out as it is going. We're towards the end of stage number 2. You'll see him be the lucky dog as long as the 28 car of Kelly Thomas is not caught by the leader here. 2 laps to go before the end of the stage as we work lap number 98. just say that. Looks like Kelly Thomas will be put a second lap down. I apologize. He was already 1 lap down. So Kelly Thomas will go 2 laps down here at the end of stage number 2 as the 82 works down the back straightaway to complete the 99th tour, which at the end of this lap should bring out the green and checkered to complete stage number 2. Running in the top 10 right now, Stubblefield, Nelson, Hoots, Bledsoe, Lerfano, Boone, Snyder, Robinson, Kurdzielek, Barnett would be the points paying cars. As we will wait for the 5th place car, who is the number 8 of Dave Lerfano, to come across the line as they just work through turn number 3 and 4 right now. Can he hold off the hard charging Michael Boone? Yes, he does. The yellow is out, and the points are being paid. Larry Stubblefield picks up the victory in stage number 2 over James Nelson, Riley Hoots, Alan Bledsoe, Dave Lafano, Michael Boone, Chad Snyder, Greg Robinson, Michael Kurdzielek, and Greg Barnett, all receiving at least 1 point towards their season total. As the field rolls around under caution, pit road opens up, and that's going to be it's going to mean a bunch of pit stops coming up for everyone on the lead lap. The pit road has opened this time out of turn number 4 as the field all heads down pit road, coming to the attention, like usual, of their pit crew here from Kansas. So like I said, a couple cars 1 lap down. Cam Harris should get the wave around under this caution. Unfortunately, Kelly Thomas lost a 2nd lap as we came to the completion of that stage there by getting passed by the 82. But we'll let the pit stops unfold. Keep an eye on the race off of pit lane and see who will be the first car to lead us back to pit road. It looks like it is going to be 82 of Stubblefield, 75, 42, and 91, 8 will be the race off of pit road from my vantage point, which will put the field in control, in the hands of the control car, the number 82 of Larry Stubblefield, when we get set to go back green. Step aside for a quick second. We'll be right back to bring you home to the end of the Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design from Kansas Speedway. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network's broadcast of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Welcome back to Kansas Speedway. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network's presentation of the AARL All-American Racing League Cup Series. As a field 2x2 gets set to go, we look towards the restart zone as Larry Stubblefield will be the control car with the 75 of Nelson, the 42 of Bledsoe, the 91 of Hoots, Lorfano and Boone. Snyder and Robinson will lead us back to green flag this time as they go through the restart zone. There they are rolling into it. Barney will drop the green flag as we are back racing from Kansas. Off of turn number 2, Riley Hoots making a move up there through the middle, not able to get anything done yet, but now Bledsoe, the 42, attacking the 82 as they work through turns 3 and 4. This time through turn 3 and 4, Bledsoe on the bottom, Stubblefield on the top. Is Bledsoe able to get the pass done, this time across the line? Not quite, as the 82 pulls back out in front as they enter turn number 1. Turns 1 and 2, those continues to be the 82, now the 42-91, side by side off of turn number 2. Now it opens up a bit of a gap. Yellow, caution on the Speedway. Caution is out. It looks like issues for the 326 and 41. Let's see if we can find a replay of what happened there out there on track. Innocent victim that 41 was on that one. Let's take another look at that. It looks like, let's see here. I don't know if Chad realized the 3 was still down there on the apron. Didn't really move up too high, and then they got back in together and sent them both flying across the nose of the 41, who, like I said, just wrong place, wrong time on that one for the 41. Let's watch from his perspective. Now, minding his own business up there, and boom, there's the 26. That's a big hit. Let's take one more look at it here as they work. Like I said, I don't know if Chad realized the 3 car was still down there, forced him back onto the grass and then up into the side of him again across the wall. Luckily, only those are the only cars involved at that point, as looks like the 41 needed a push back around to pit lane. So caution flag is out here not long after the green flag in stage number 2. Stage 3, sorry, as we work towards the completion of this one. Larry Stubblefield, Alan Bledsoe, Riley Hoots, James Nelson, Dave Lorfano, your top 5, working under caution. So obviously we know that these guys will all have to make one more pit stop for fuel. The question will be tires or no tires, I think. And based on what we've seen here early through in this race, through the middle part of this race also, I don't think no tires is the way to go. You're giving up too much speed for too many laps to be able to make no tires work, even 2 tires for that matter. I know I say that, and we saw the 82 make a 2-tire call a handful of races back and ended up dominating the end of that one. So not 100% sure what the call is, but based on what we've seen, track time, track speed and whatnot, I don't know if 2 tires or no tires is the bet to go. I know that. So like I said, last time we were at 1.5 miles there at Texas, Larry only took 2 tires, and he was able to open up such a big enough gap at the end of the race that they were able to, the 4 tires weren't able to capitalize. So that's something to keep in mind. But what we've seen here today is that 2 tires or no tires, fuel only, hasn't been able to bring much success so far in this one. I think is fair to say. So we will continue to keep an eye on that for you, though, as we work under caution. Hopefully coming back around to get the white flag, as we have a few cars now, a handful of laps down. Kelly Thomas back to 1 lap down, and he was the lucky recipient of the wave around that time by. Under this caution, it looks like Michael Kurdzalik is in pit road with a meatball flag, so some non-optional repairs being made to that car. Not sure if he'll be able to make it back out for the end of this one. And then Gregory Robinson also already clearly used his fast repair and is sitting on pit road with his pit crew going to work on those 2 cars. But as I say that, it looks like the white flag, or the 1 to go signal, has been given to the field as they double up as they head through the tri-oval. Larry Stubblefield will continue to be the leader here. Alan Bledsoe on his outside, Hoots and Nelson inside outside row 2, Lafano and Boone in row 3, Rodriguez and Savaran in row 4, Garns and Harris in row 5, Osborne and Snyder, Osborne and Tyrone Yo in row 6, that is, and it looks like Michael Kurdzalik back able to join us on track. Looks like Gregory Robinson, unfortunately, unable to finish this one out. Too much damage after that late race crash there, but still, we got 16 cars on track. 1 car we got to keep an eye on. I want to count him out as the 27. Now he's back on the lead lap after a bit of trouble on this green flag pit stop in stage number 2. Put him a lap down. He has now regained his lap, and he is in it to win it now again here as they roll into the restart zone. There you can see a nice little bump from the 91. Gets a 482, a good jump on that restart as he drives away with it down into turn number 1. Opens up about a 5-car length just like that as before we even got to turn 1, but they all battle it out side by side. Bledsoe, Riley, and Nelson there. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but they count on Lafano in that number 8, making a move to the inside. Riley gets up into the wall a little for Bledsoe too. That lets Bledsoe go, that lets the 8 car try to go 3 for 1. He got past Nelson, got past Hoots, and looking to make it past Bledsoe this time across the start finish line. Not able to clear him quite yet, but they go side by side into turn number 1. The 8 and the 42 working off of turn number 2. The top side momentum though just too strong for that 42 as he pulls back in front of the 8, and so does the 91 off a corner exit. On into turns 3 and 4. Dave Lafano not giving up on the bottom. He works his way on the shortest route around the track, and there's some cars that were in contention early in this one, making their way back, flexing their muscle back into the top 10. You got the 79 right there on the bottom of your screen, and the 27, both in the top 10 in 6th and 7th respectively. Up front though, it's been all Larry Bledsoe since the drop of the green on this restart. He's followed by Bledsoe and then Riley Hoots there as they go potentially side by side off of turn 4. Not quite yet, but this time out of 4 they'll drop back single file nose to tail and cross the start finish line way down on the apron, cutting the dog leg. Out of turn number turn 2, down the back straightaway, side by side for 4th, as the 8 and the 75 battle it out. Now 75 clears the 8, he looks to make a move on the 91, nothing doing quite yet, this time out of 4, but back down across the start finish line, he is running in 4th. Also want to mention a couple of drivers not able to join us tonight. Personal events going on outside of the racing world. We have Brandon Mathia not able to join us, Kenneth Pack, as well as the 01 Kyle Purcell. All 3 of them looking to take provisionals here for tonight's race, so they'll be scored last place points -1 with credit for a start towards the playoffs, so to keep their win and their in status in the good. Obviously you have have to have completed at least 70% of the regular season races to be eligible to use a win as an automatic berth in the playoffs. So I know Kyle Purcell is kind of right on that threshold of needing to race all the races or use a provisional to keep him from slipping out of that win in spot. But so far, using a provisional this week and last week has saved that position for him. So he is locked in still with his win earlier this season at Circuit of the Americas. Same thing for Brandon Mathias, strong competitor every week out. 2 wins has him locked into the playoffs. He's currently sitting in 4th place, even though he's missed a couple of races early here in the season, but his results have shown that he is a strong contender for this championship down the stretch at the end of the year. Right now we're keeping an eye on the middle of this field as they continue to work. Oh, jeepers, Travis Rodriguez gets away sideways up into the wall. Luckily, Tommy Osborne able to make some evasive action there and not get involved in that one. No 2x for Travis on that one, so that's not the end of the world, but definitely slowed him down, that's for sure. We continue up front, though. Larry Stubblefield continues his dominating season here. 4 wins on the year, looking for number 5 here from Kansas. Works his way off of turn number 2 as the battle is on, though, between Hoots and Nelson down into turn 4. Off the back of the spoiler of it. 42 running in second. You can see 3rd and 4th battling side by side as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. The Nelson 75, the auto serve machine, and the Hoots 91 target machine. Oh, side by side contact. Looks like Nelson gets the worst of that one as he will now lose that spot and another spot to Dave Lurfano that time off of turn number 2. It's going to drop Nelson back to 5th spot. Oh, to be a fly on the wall of that car. Up front, though, Larry Stubblefield leads the way by 1.2 seconds over Riley Hoots, Dave Lurfano. Sorry, Alan Bledsoe, Riley Hoots, Dave Lurfano, and James Nelson. Down the back straightaway they go. Sharp-looking Dallas Stars number 5 of Michael Boone working his way out of turn number 4. Battling on the back bumper, the Osborne number 1. Now so sponsoring that machine. And right in front of them, the Rebellion Graphics 26 Toyota Assault Motorsports machine of Chad Snyder. Cam Harris, mentioned him earlier there just before we got going in this stage as a guy to keep our eyes on. Hasn't been able to make any forward progress, kind of stuck there in 7th. Right now, wonder if he's just kind of riding around, feeling it out before he can make a move here. But keep an eye, don't forget about him back there as he is early, fast competitor early in this one. That front door continues to be Larry Stubblefield over Alan Bledsoe, Riley Hoots in 3rd, and Dave Lurfano in 4th as they work down the back straightaway. Sharp-looking car for Dave Lurfano this week, that Toyota Camry target machine. Right there, down to the tri-oval, cutting across the bottom there as he drives back up to the top side through turn 1 and 2. Not to be outdone, the other target machine, Riley Hoots there in front of him in his number 91 down the back straightaway, trailing behind Alan Bledsoe in the ADT American Tire Distributor machine, sponsored by Ally, Snap-on, and Lowe's. Up front, though, the man to beat so far this season, 4 wins on the year. The Night Owl Sows, number 82 Camaro, driven by Larry Stubblefield, continues to flex his muscle here through the middle part of this one as we work our way with just 36 laps to go from Kansas. There's a look back from his roof cam at the cars behind him. That's what 1.6 seconds looks like from 1st to 2nd. The battle really is on, though, for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They all are nose to tail. They work across the line that time. And again, I just want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight on the Sim World Racing Network presentation of the Ray Owens 240, presented by Blaze Race Design. You can look them up on Facebook. Some great paint jobs for any type of car. Hit up Blues for an up-to-date paint that you want to get done for any car on the iRacing platform. Great guy to work with, longtime sponsor of the All-American Racing League, and shout out to him. And this one goes out to his dad tonight. Obviously means a lot for us to put on a race in honor of someone, but we'll do our best, and as we get towards the nitty-gritty, 33 laps to go this time across the line for the 82 car, we'll hopefully bring this one home and have a good finish to this one, as the battle is on for fourth here, third and fourth maybe, as you watch out the back of the 42 car here back towards the Hoots and the final machine. As I say that, looks like it's the Bledsoe machine that might be under attack, more so than the Hoots car, as he looked to the bottom. Nothing doing this time as they come back across the line. 32 laps to go this time. Further back, because we got a good bunch of cars here all battling for position. With the 54 of Selvaran, we got the Snyder 26 in there, as it looks like the 54 is headed to the first car headed to pit road here in stage number 3, and right behind him, a little more graceful this time, I'll say, getting onto pit road, Travis Rodriguez, making sure that car's pointed the right way as he enters pit road. So the pit stops have started. 2 cars have made their way down pit road here for the last pit stop of the event. A couple more headed down. Looks like Hoots, Lafano, and Snyder all on pit road that time out of turn number 4. So pit road's going to be a pretty busy place here. So you can see the cars start to cycle in on pit road. There goes Soberan in a 54. He's back up onto the racetrack, up to speed. Rodriguez still waiting on pit road, getting his tires done. He'll pull out in front of these guys as these guys come down. That's Hoots, Lorfano, Snyder, and Thomas there. 1, 2, 3, 4 from right to left. Another car jumps onto pit road. That looks like it's going to be the Alan Bledsoe 42, along with the Tommy Osborne 1 there on the far left-hand side of your screen, but continually on track. We still see the 82 of Stubblefield leading the way. Looks like no one's taken any chances. We've seen all 4 tire stops so far, but everyone on pit road this time. As I say that, the 82 almost hits the cone at pit entry, but slows her down enough to get her in there without making it a catastrophe of it. But it looks like Greg Barnett not so lucky. He definitely entered pit road the wrong way. Let's take a look here, see what happened to old Greg Barnett entering pit road. Oh, locked her up, got her stopped, and then had to come in via the grass. It's not, again, not the ideal way to get on the pit lane, but could have been far worse, I guess. But he is on track now. That puts the lead in the hands of Michael Boone. Still yet to pit is Boone out there on the track, and he looks like he will be the last one to possibly come down pit road. And it looks like Stubblefield may have gotten a speed penalty as he sits there in his box. A 55-second pit stop for Stubblefield means he got caught speeding on pit road. So normally the penalty for speeding into your box is 40 seconds, and the average pit stop time is 15 seconds. So Larry Stubblefield, coming into pit road hot and heavy, got himself busted for speeding on pit entry. And that is going to hand the race lead over to Michael Boone, still yet to pit. Last pitted on 1:01, but right behind him on track. Coming out on the lead once the pit stop cycle through will be the 42 of Alan Bledsoe by the looks of it. We'll see how long Boone here stays out on track before he comes down to make his pit stop. Let's see here. We'll take a look at everyone else though. So everyone went about 30 laps, roughly, give or take. Shortest stint was Snyder, 23. He pitted on the caution there. So he took less fuel, but there you see everyone else. Now Boone continuing. It's been 35 laps since he's pitted. So we'll see how long he'll let it go before he heads down pit road. As I say that, he gets the 5 car, whoa, right down to pit road speed off of turn number 4, hits the pits entry line, and will turn the lead over to the 42 just entering turn 1, turn 1 and 2 now? Yes. As there's the first and second place cars. Once they catch up and pass, once they catch back up and pass Boone, who's on pit road, these two will be the leader. You got the 42 and the 91. Unfortunately, Herzielek is down a lap at this point to these guys as they will work their way past him and down through the tri-oval and take over the number 1 and 2 spot on the track. That's going to move Lerfano up into 3rd, and then Chad Snyder will be in 4th spot. Behind him you have Curtis Subberan in the 54, but he's being challenged by the 75 of James Nelson for 5th and 6th, and the entry of turn number 3. Up front, though, Alan Bledsoe leads over Riley Hoots and Dave Lerfano. Just taking a look back quickly at last week's results, we had Larry Stubblefield, Riley Hoots, and Dave Lerfano 1, 2, and 3, finishing up at Dover there. So with Stubblefield's pit stop, pretty much at this point eliminated himself from any contention of the win without a late race caution, possibly getting a wave around, or possibly getting a free pass. We'll see here. He's 1 lap down to the leaders with a car between himself and the Lucky Dog spot. So Stubblefield there in 14th on the scoreboard. Obviously not going to be too pleased with himself for taking that speeding penalty. Takes him right out of contention of winning this one with only about 20 laps to go this time across the line. So it could come down to, it looks like it's going to come down to the battle of the red cars. Drew Bledsoe, that's a quarterback for football. Alan Bledsoe and Riley Hoots lead the way, 2 1/4 second between 1st and 2nd there on your screen, and then it's almost 4 seconds back to Dave Lerfano in 3rd, and then 5 1/4 back to Chad Snyder in 4th, and then 5.6 back to Nelson in 5th. So these guys up front continuing to battle. See Riley Hoots trying to make a move here on the 42 as we work our way towards the end of this one. 19 laps to go this time across the line. There's the gap the last 5 laps on the bottom of your screen. Was able to tighten it up, but lose a bit the next lap, and it's kind of been a seesaw battle as they come back around. Back up to 3.5 seconds, or 0.3 seconds, sorry. Dead on the bottom there. You can see the distance between first and second as they work it back across the line. 17 to go. Race number 12 from Kansas Speedway. The Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design. As we work our way through the final 17 laps of this one. The gap has still stayed about 4/10 of a second now as Bledsoe continues to slowly pull his way or inch his way in that lead a little further and further every time. Let's see the lap times that time across the line. So it looks like the last few laps Hoots has been the slower of the two cars to Bledsoe's car. We'll add another car on there to see how back off the pace Dave is running. So you can see the fastest car on track there. The last 5 laps has pretty much been the 42 as he continues to open the gap. As we work towards the end, the gap keeps getting bigger and bigger. As you can see that car getting smaller and smaller in his rearview mirror that time. It's almost over a second quicker for Bledsoe that time. But Lorfano, the quickest of the 3, not able to close in much, if at all. But he is quicker. Gotta count for something, right? So it leads up to 1.5 seconds now as they work their way here in the final stages as we're under 15 laps to go. Less than 20 miles from the end of this one here in Kansas. Looks like James Nason was able to get by Chad Snyder in the back there. Larry Stubblefield just working on passing as many cars as he can, even though he's one knocked down. He's not going to back off that wheel. He's a strong competitor week in and week out, and obviously a mistake is what cost him the race here, and he's not going to let that deter him from driving hard for the rest of the race, see if he can get as much out of this car as he can. But there you see James Nelson in 4th, Chad Snyder now in the 5th spot. Cam Harris in 6th. The 54, Curtis Severin in 7th, 8th, Tommy Osborne, 9th, Larry Garnes, and rounding out the top 10 right now on track is the number 2 of Tyrone Gill. But up front, it's all Alan Bledsoe that lead up to 2 seconds now over Hoots, Lorfano, Nelson, and Snyder. 12 to go. Further back, there's the second place gap up to 2.5 seconds now between the 42 and the 91. Ten laps to go that time across the line for the Bledsoe 42 as he works his way down into turns 3 and 4 this time. Continues to lead by 2.89 seconds over the second place driver. Back here in 3rd, Dave Lorfano looking for a second podium in a row after a stint of what can only be described in his words as a disappointing kind of stretch of the season. Back to his usual self here on top of the podium. 3rd place right now with Nelson about a second behind him in that 75 machine. Up front though, 8 laps to go this time across the line for number 42 right there. As we continue to bring this one home to the end of this 240-mile event here from Kansas. Sim World Racing Network is proud to bring you the Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Designs. Thanks for tuning in on Tuesday night. Glad you could be with us, and glad you're enjoying this broadcast. Guys work off of turn 2. There you see Alan Bledsoe leading the way in the gap back to the second place car. There's the third place car of Dave Lafano. Not to count him out too far yet, but he is currently holding on to that third place spot as the leader comes down around across the start finish line. 5 laps to go that time for Alan Bledsoe. Straight away. Sorry, 6 laps to go that time. Apologize, getting ahead of ourselves. Four laps to go now for the 42 of Alan Bledsoe, looking to pick up his first victory of the year and be our 7th winner on the season here in the All-American Cup Series 2024 season as we work our way to the halfway point of the regular season. 26 race regular season, 10 race playoffs. Same schedule as the NASCAR Cup Series. 60% length races, except for a few where we will go 100%. The first one is Daytona. The next one will be coming up in a handful of weeks from Charlotte, the Coke 600. We will go all 600 miles in the Gamer Tube Elite 600 from Charlotte. That'll be on Tuesday, May 7th. But as I say that, 2 laps to go. 2 to go for Alan Bledsoe, that time out of turn number 4 across the line. It's all been all Alan Bledsoe here in this late stage as the gap closes between Dave Lafano and Riley Hoots. I'm not sure if there'll be enough time in these 2 laps for Dave to catch Riley, but there's the distance from the front of Riley's car. Oh no, sorry, that's the front of Dave's car. This 2 target cars really throwing me for a loop. But there's the distance from 3rd to 2nd as the white flag is in the air as Alan Bledsoe will bring it around one more time to collect his first inaugural victory in the All-American Cup Series. Pretty much coasted in from here. It's got a 4.2 second lead over Riley Hoots and then 4.5, 5 seconds back almost to Dave Lafano. But out of turn number 4, the 42 American Tire Distributors number 42, Alan Bledsoe, crosses the line to pick up his first win in 2024. Second place will be Riley Hoots. Dave Lafano coming home in 3rd. James Nelson in 4th. And a strong finish for your 5th place driver, the Rebellions Graphics 26. Shout out to Chad Snyder. Good solid run for him in that 26th night. Involved in a couple of incidents earlier in the race, but nothing that ruined his night. Didn't let it get the better of him, and able to finish with a strong top 5. So shout out to Chad tonight. But the big winner tonight, of course, the 42, Alan Bledsoe. We'll look to speak with him in a moment, but before we can get to him, we'll talk to the rest of our top 5 here. Coming right up, if you give me 1 second. Hey Dave, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got your Nathan.
Hey Dave, great to talk to you again. Another strong third place finish here at Kansas. Two third places in a row. It's got to be good for the confidence.
Yeah, I've never been very good on intermediates in this car. Starting to kind of click them off here. Starting to feel a little bit better at the mile and a half or miles. So, yeah, good to come home P3. Hoping to get Riley there at the end. He was using his stuff up and hitting the wall. I just needed a couple more laps, I think.
Well, nonetheless, a solid third place finish, and thanks for having coming up in the booth, and we'll talk to you again hopefully next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was third place finisher Dave Lurfano. Now we'll see if we can find the driver of the 91, Riley Hoots. Here, 1 second again.
Hey, buddy, you're in the main chat.
Hey Riley, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Congrats on the second place run. Looked like you didn't have quite enough for Alan there at the end of the race, but still a strong second place finish.
Yeah, no, Alan was definitely better. I was hoping I would have something to compete with him, but we were so even, and then I caught the wall trying to chase him down, and from that point, I was just trying to nurse it home to second. Definitely happy to end up with a P2 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully, I'll end up in victory lane one of these nights.
Well, still lots of racing to go in this season, so you have a good kind of streak going here with seconds, and we'll see you next week, hopefully for another interview.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Nathan.
No problem. That was second place finisher Riley Hoots, and now we'll see if we can get a word with our winner, Alan Bledsoe. Hey Alan, it's Nathan. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Nathan.
Alan, congratulations. Picked up that big first win of the year. I'm sure that's a nice feeling.
Oh, it's especially nice considering it's at my home track.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
That's fun. And are you whereabouts? How far away from Kansas do you live?
Springfield, Missouri, about 3 hours.
All right, that's not too bad. Well, obviously Larry had a bit of issue on pit road with I think he got caught speeding, but that definitely helped play out in your favor. And what do you think was the most important part out there tonight?
Well, just keeping it off the wall. And I think that's what got Riley. Actually, I know that's what got Riley. He slapped the wall a couple times and just yeah, had some troubles, but he kept Lorfano behind him, so we're happy about a PRT 1-2 finish. Too bad Brendan couldn't make it, but yeah, woo, that was a fun race. Track position was a really big deal. Had to make some strong passes if you wanted to be up in the front, and Larry had it, but yeah, that pit road speeding penalty really cost him, and oh, I am really happy that you know, he had that happen, because that just gave the win to either me or Riley. We were fighting hard for it too at the beginning of that last run.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely put on a good battle. Again, congrats on your first win, and hopefully first of many this year. And I guess the good news is it locks you into the playoffs here come the end of the regular season.
Oh yeah, that's huge news. Another big deal is those 5 bonus points for the race win, playoff points. That's huge, like really huge. I need that to get me into a better position in the playoffs. But yeah, really looking forward to the rest of this season. I think I've got a strong car, and I'm riding high.
All right. Thanks a lot for doing this, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Yeah, absolutely. See you later, Nathan.
See ya. All right, that was tonight's winner. In the number 42, Alan Bledsoe picking up his first win of the season and the 7th different winner on the year. And like I said, locking himself into the playoffs, and like he mentioned, 5 big bonus points to start the playoffs will help secure his potentially spot in the second and third round of the playoffs. Let's take a quick look here at the results from tonight's event. The Ray Owens 240 presented by Blues Race Design. As I mentioned, Alan Bledsoe, the big winner, driving that number 42 machine in front of Riley Hoots and Dave Lorfano. Your top 3 tonight. And then behind him, James Nelson and Chad Snyder holding on for 4th and 5th. Both great runs for those guys. Cam Harris bounced back after an early race pit stop issue to finish in 6th. Curtis Soberan finished in 7th. Larry Garnes, Tommy Osborne, and Michael Boone will round out the top 10. Tyrone Yo, Travis Rodriguez will finish in 11th and 12th. Last 2 cars on the lead lap. Then after his late race speeding penalty, Larry Stubblefield brings it home in 13th. Excuse me, sorry about that. Kelly Thomas, Greg Barnett, Michael Kurdzielek, Gregory Robinson, and Dave Hara round out the 18-car field that took the green tonight. As I mentioned, thanks again for joining us here on the All-American Racing Network Cup Series on the SimWorld Racing Network. See you here. We'll take a quick look at the upcoming schedule for you. We'll be back on the air next Tuesday, April 23rd, from Darlington's Raceway. 175 laps of excitement. And then on April 30th, the first ever All-American Racing League All-Star Race from North Wilkesboro Speedway. And that'll be a good one. Get back to those short tracks. Hopefully have some bent-up race cars and some tempers flaring in an exhibition. Money only on the line race. Then the big one, 600 miles, the longest race of the year for the All-American Racing League, as the GamerTube Elite 600 goes green from the Charlotte Motor Speedway on May 7th. And then May 14th, we head to Worldwide Technology Raceway, otherwise known as Gateway, out in the Midwest on the 14th. Those are the next 4 events here on the All-American Racing League calendar. Make sure you join us Friday night on the SimWorld Racing Network for the Quick Finishers Racing League event this week. And then we'll be back, like I said, next Tuesday live from Darlington. My name is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Just want to thank you for joining us here tonight, and we will see you next week.